Has this become a threesome? How did this happen? The Selma thing I understand, but this was an unexpected addition. And then we got two in the cuck chair. Oh, that's cool. Are we actually going to see what a competent party's capable of? The Heroes Party really should have made it to floor 94, huh? It's a team. Like, this is what should have been happening the whole time. We got the buffs. I really feel like we're in a new season and we're finally seeing where the show wanted to go all along, but we're still in the same season. It's just, if they don't give us a season 2 of this, I'll be very, very upset. I really want to know, what's the reason for Naruto running? The only character I've ever seen in a show outside of a Naruto scene is that fucking horse girl in Cinderella Grey. But she's a horse and her spine's weird. Their spines ain't weird. Why do we gotta throw our arms back like that? It can't be better. I refuse. And then we got two in the cuck chair. We got the chibi review situation. I had to make at least one joke on that. Had to make at least one joke on that. Now some might say Orhun failed. Banished hero fail. He had the opportunity to become a man. And to those people I say, sit down. Daddy has to teach you the idea of consent, and unfortunately for you, and fortunately for them, consent isn't actually able to be given properly, especially for a first time when someone is this drunk. So my boy, he actually was a man that day because he didn't take advantage of Selma, or the unexpected threesome that went onto his doorstep, and I'm not even lying about that. You see, this was expected. As soon as I saw her start pounding back the brewskis, I knew something like this was potentially on the horizon. Where it got unexpected was this. I was like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? But here's the thing. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. What do you mean there's two in the cuck chair? This party's way more connected than I was expecting, but here's the thing, right? The title of this episode was The Banished, or wait, no, The Jack of All Trades Has a Bad Feeling. The whole episode, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop, the mic to drop. There's gonna be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, right? It's gonna be so bad, and this was actually what he had a bad feeling about. And you know what? Props to my boy. He's not, one, ready to be popular, but two, he's like, listen, they're drunk. If they come back to me sober, maybe I'll humor the idea, but right now, let's just get her home. Very, very respectful shit, man. This show, to be honest, this is like some generic kind of bullshit you'd see in a lot of these shows, but the fact that it happened at episode 9 after being ostracized, thrown away, abandoned by the whole world, motherfucker deserves it. And all I say is I hope Selma gets her head out of her ass that the little sister has a shot. This ain't no Epstein Island, baby. We want Selma and the main character, goddammit. Now, you know what to do, though. You got this far in the video. You make sure you drop a like, share, support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already. And the Patreon is where you're going to catch those high-quality analysis, full uncut live reactions, and all their glory, which does help fund the channel. So if you do enjoy my work, please consider supporting. It does help out a lot. So we actually do get to see a pretty fun fight. Look at him, he's like, I'm coming for your ass. But honestly, this thing was pretty devastating. See, the big thing that I like about this show is that it's consistent with character logic. Orhun very much criticized his former party for just jumping into the deep end at the last floor they fought, thinking that was appropriate. Where Orhun and Selma and company are at a lower floor, and they're fighting, you know, still some dangerous monsters, but there's, even if probably say 90% of the crew got knocked out, they probably would be able to survive that situation. I love that Orhun is a very consistent character with how he views the world, and the fact that he properly has a party that understands and agrees with his mindset is very, very refreshing, because the guy deserves it. Like, everyone in this party not only supports him and believes that he's talented, but they're also confident by themselves. Like, I was really waiting for Orhun to just kind of steal the show, because now that he's in part of a party, they'll all be like, yay, that's our new member. But actually, everyone had moments to shine. Like, he, yes, immediately started the battle, but Selma was a confident leader the whole time, and everyone had their own little individual quirks that made them very beneficial for the party, you know what I mean? And then, like, throughout the battle, you also saw, like, the whole drunken scene didn't come from nowhere, which is really refreshing. So, like, throughout this battle, like, and obviously from previous episodes as well, like, these are strong feelings she has, but yeah, she's kind of pushing them away, and once the beers start pounding back as much as she did, and apparently she doesn't drink like that often, yeah, I mean, drunk girl's actions, sober girl's thoughts, you know what I mean? But still, You got to make sure she actually wants that before you take her back to your room. So I appreciate the fact that he took her back to her room with her sister, who could give her a good old scolding, and she's like, sister, you disappoint me greatly. But yeah, man, I mean, the fact that the first time we see like any 3D is like 8 minutes into the episode, and it's like a brief moment with Orhun as a 3D character model, which looked good as usual, but they kept the monsters themselves 2D. And then if you watch after the credits, there is a scene where he's 3D, which I'm not really sure why they did that, because I think a lot of people aren't even going to realize, but that's a 3D character model. Like, really watch how the character, like, these are 3D character models. I don't know why they randomly went 3D with it, because you can tell right here with how the hair braid is, but like randomly they went 3D. I was like, okay, sure, why not? I mean, my girl's having a bit of a crisis. One, her little sister wants to kill her. Two, she thinks her little sister's first love, you know, she needs to stand by. Which on one hand, you kind of respect, right? It's the fact that, like, hey, I shouldn't try this over. It's like your friend having a crush, but in this case, you are the appropriate age, Selma. You make your moves. If he shoots you down, stop making moves. We move on with our lives. We all want Selma. We're not weirdos around here, okay? But one thing I didn't realize, so the whole time they're fighting, I'm thinking this has to be a dungeon, right? Like, they're just not randomly outside and like some turtles and dinosaurs are attacking us. But I wasn't sure, because up to this point, unless I'm forgetting, which I don't think I am in this case, every time we've seen the sky, it's been a closed off environment with rocks. It always has looked like a cave when we've been in the dungeon. This is the first time that being inside the dungeon, there was a fucking sky. It was a foresty green field. I was like, okay, maybe we're not in the dungeon. But then by the time they do leave the dungeon, they're huffing and puffing like, damn, that was a good day's work. So this actually does function similar to Danmachi in the way that each floor can have its own habitat and potentially even own sky and ecosystem, which I didn't realize. And maybe I'm just misremembering from early and I just completely forgot, but that's new information that adds to my enjoyment quite a bit, because I think Danmachi has one of the best dungeon systems in anime, and not a lot go this direction. It's usually, oh, the dungeon looks like the dungeon. I mean, I guess Delicious in Dungeon 2 also did that, but it's not like a common enough thing that I'm like, oh man, look at all these shows that do it like this. So when it happens, I'm kind of giddy like a schoolgirl, I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, man, it's just, he deserves this. He absolutely deserves this. And the fact that it came at episode 9, after a lot of bullshit, not just betrayed by his hero party, but also betrayed by the world, like, yeah, the heroes party for sure. The only reason they got to where they is because of Orhun, and the nice thing about this is that the reason they're going to be able to get to 94 and above isn't simply because of Orhun here, but because of a collective team effort that supports each other, and that's the beautiful thing about watching this, and it's why it's a shame there isn't a second core immediately confirmed. I really hope this gets a season 2. Out of all the Banished Heroes shit that we've seen in ever, I do think this is the one that has my interest the most at this point in time. They've been introducing more and more plot elements, not just keeping it just, I'm sad that my old party betrayed me. We got the church stuff. What happened? Did he really die? Is it alive? There's a lot of stuff at play, and I can't wait to see, hopefully, a rematch with the Black Dragon with them collectively as a team. You can let me know what you thought down below on this week's episode. Some may say it's a Banished Hero fail. I say that's Banished Hero win, because he respected consent, baby, and we love consent around here. You let me know your thoughts down below, though. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe, ring that bell, and Patreon. Full live reactions and exclusives do live over there. Like, hey, I love to give those video shows to my patrons, because without them, you won't get these YouTube videos at all. As today, we got Stephen Thomas, MJ Minion, Gareth, Azoff Montgomery, Mig021, Gareth Green, and we also have Durberg Jude. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and you all have a good one.